Fear. We all experience it. We see it every day. But the sad thing is, very few people dare to face it and address it. Hey guys, my name is Julie from Craving Natural. I am thrilled to be back today with a new video. And this time I am talking about fear. How to overcome fear, how to face fear and address it in your life. So if you're interested, let's get right into it. All too often in our lives, you will agree with me that we succumb to fears. We may not realize that fear is at the heart of certain behaviors that we exhibit or choices that we make. And as you watch this video, I just want you to keep your eyes open and be aware of anything that may be blocking you from achieving the things that you want to achieve, that may be blocking you from success. I truly believe that if you can see a potential roadblock coming, it is easier to figure out a detour, to figure out a way around it. The truth is, if you can really understand what is blocking you from living your best life, you can discover just how to remove it and continue on. I love this quote from Franklin Roosevelt, who once said that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. This is because fear is not real. It is a liar. It will have you believe that you are not good enough, that you are not capable enough, that everyone is judging you, and then you will act accordingly. And the funny thing about this is that most of the time, like I said, the things we are afraid of don't even exist. They never occurred, they never existed. Can you imagine that? We spend a good amount of our time and energy worrying about something that never plays out. And what if we were able to use that brain power on positive action or something that helps us move forward in life instead of making us stand still, stuck right where we are? So the first thing I want you to do to address and overcome your fears is understand that it all starts in your brain. It all starts in your mind. It all starts with what you believe to be true. And once you are able to change that perception, that misconception in your mind, then know that you are ready to address, confront, and take control of your fears. The second thing I want you to do is list your fears. I want you to call your fears by name. Are you able to tell what scares you? What's holding you from pursuing those goals you have, from starting working on that project you've been thinking about for so long? What is it that is holding you back? I want you to call it by name. Is it fear of failure? Is it the fear of failure? The fear of what? Is it that you are scared of what people will think about you? The fear of being judged, of being rejected, of being criticized, the fear of poverty? What is that fear that is holding you back? I want you to call it, to list it. Grab a piece of paper, write it down, make a list of those things you are scared of, and be true to yourself. Is it the fear of success, the fear of looking foolish, the fear of public speaking, the fear of loneliness, the fear of, change? You may not have realized that some of those fears were prowling around in your mind, or maybe you've just been avoiding them. What I want you to know right now is that you are not alone. You are not the first, and you won't be the last to experience those fears. Other people have experienced them before you and have overcome the same fear. I remember when I first decided that I wanted to have a YouTube channel, It took me a long time to finally sit down and record my first video because I was terrified by the thought of maybe people not wanting to hear what I say, people not being interested in what I say. And that held me back for a lot of years. And I had to face that fear in order to find myself to finally, take the step and start a YouTube channel. So what is your fear? Yeah, what is it that you're scared of? Like I said, other people have experienced the same fears and overcome them, and so can you. By being bold and brave enough to bring those fears to the forefront, you have just taken the first step in facing them down. For me, one thing I particularly struggled with was the way I was going to, look on camera, sound on camera. I had to face that fear and deal with those fears before I was able to finally move on with my project. Okay, you know yourself better, so take some time and list those fears on the paper. All right. Then, after you've done that, go ahead and assess your fear. Test your fears. Are they rational? Are they irrational? Now, some fears are rational, some fears can be justified, right? And I'm going to give you an example here. If you're miserable in your job and you want to start, your business, you want to quit and start your own business, it only makes sense to be afraid that you won't be able to make ends meet. That could be, to me, I think that could be a very rational fear, right? And there's a way to address that. What is going to help you overcome that fear and start that business, of course, is a financial cushion, a good financial cushion. In this case, because you've identified a fear of financial ruin, the way to prevent that fear from becoming a reality is to save up enough money that you can survive for a good number of months or years before you quit your current job. By doing so, you will mitigate the risk that comes with quitting your job and effectively, starting the business that you've always dreamed about. On the flip side, if your fears are irrational, then simply dismiss them. Muster up your courage and move on with your goals. I personally believe that faith beats fear every time. If you have faith that things are going to work out and you have faith in yourself that you are capable of doing whatever is necessary, then you will take all the power away from your fears and automatically your fears will cease to exist. So the next time you find yourself paralyzed with fear and realize that fear is keeping you from positive change, just remember this: fear beats faith. Faith beats fear every time. So use your faith, activate your faith to conquer your fears. And there's so many ways to do it. Some people do it through meditation, visualization. For me, I like to pray sometimes. I like to have quiet times. Whenever I feel overwhelmed with fear, I like to take some time on the side, pray. Sometimes I like to say things, okay? Because I believe that the more we hear ourselves say certain things out loud, the greater the impact of those words upon us. So I like to write down my confessions and just saying them, okay? Fear, you do not exist, you're a liar, you are nothing but a false evidence appearing real. I am loved, I am not rejected, I am successful, I have something valuable to offer this world, this society, my generation. I am not afraid. You do not exist. Speak to your fears. You can speak to your fears. You can visualize yourself living that life that you've always wanted to live. If it's going to college and getting that degree you've always wanted to get, visualize yourself. Think about places where that degree will take you. Think about how much of a difference that change will make in your life. Visualize, speak, pray about it, but whatever you choose to do, you have to address your fear and return to this technique, visualizations, confessions, anytime you need to, as it can strengthen you and help you have freedom over those fears. Okay? And there you have it. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, let me know in the comment section below. And also don't hesitate to share with friends and family you believe might need to hear this. Also, feel free to share any tips that you may have used in the past to break free from your fears. Did it work? What did not work? Let us know in the comment section below. I'll be happy to read from you. Until we meet again, I wish you a wonderful and fear-free week until we meet again. Bye.